Good morning. It is Monday. My angry eyebrows are back. I have just had a big old cry because my GP is just not taking me seriously and not taking some of my symptoms into consideration with my test results coming back. Loads of my test results have come back with no further action. And I had a phone call from the practice this morning to say that they were going to retest me in 3 months and that's it. And I'm so frustrated. And I requested a call back and was just like, I'm not having it. I won't take it. I need more investigation doing into what is going on. I explained everything to this clinician, symptoms of bloating, the diarrhea, the constipation, all of it. And they're referring me to gastroenterology now. So thankfully that has worked. They're also referring me for a SIBO test, which is about gut bacteria. And I'm like, funnily enough, just spent 550 quid to do that myself because you wouldn't listen. That's where we're at, but I have just been so emotional this morning because I'm just so frustrated and done. So done. However, prior to that, I had a very good upper session, which was really strong. And I'll catch you up on yesterday when I'm out for a walk or something at lunchtime and I've simmered down, because it really does require a little spot when I'm not crying about how annoying some things are. And needs the positivity, and will get the positivity that it deserves. Right, I'm out on my walk and I'll just reflect a little bit on my check-in this morning. So I checked in this morning, my weight was back down to 71.2, which is good news considering I, until this morning, hadn't pooped since Thursday and had a very, very bad time of it over the weekend. Don't know whether it was stress, don't know whether it was, don't know. But it wasn't good and I felt very poorly. It just wasn't great. And last night on the way back from Wales, I thought my off-plan meal would shift it. Sadly, I say sadly, not sadly at all, because I was getting back so late because of Laura's experience yesterday. I had planned to have a curry with Andy, but ended up having my first proper off-plan since my immediate one post-show, as a double cheeseburger, a mayo chicken from McDonald's and some chicken nuggets. God, how sad. But I don't look too bad. We're just waiting on more results. There's not a lot to say from my check-ins at the moment because any progress that I can make and any changes that I can implement need to come from a position of being more informed. So we're just waiting for that, which I'm sure will come in the next week or so from my gut map and my referral now for gastroenterology. So Laura's experience yesterday, oh God, what a roller coaster of emotions yesterday was. So she took the win in athletic and she felt so content by that for similar to the reasons that I have chatted through post my universe coming second. That show was a big show and she got all of the validation that she needed from that athletic figure win. Laura has never really understood how good she is, never. And you know, your mates can tell you, your coach can tell you, and Laura's coach is Sophie Jenkins, i.e. Big Soph, i.e. will be an Olympian in the next few weeks. Soph doesn't blow smoke and Laura knows that, but Soph is also Laura's good friend, so you can never feel too sure that you are as good as everyone says you are. Laura has massively been one of those. She's underestimated herself over the last since I've known her, so 3 years. And she deserved every second of the validation that she felt and received yesterday. So she was made up with the win. We then went into the overall, and toned figure was a good contender for that. Trained figure from the front was a good contender for that, but rear shot was lacking a little bit on the condition that you would expect for trained figure, particularly at a championship level where pro cards are on the table. But the PCA pro card is not awarded to toned figure or trained. It's only ever awarded to athletic figure. And I was quietly confident that Laura would take that yesterday. She didn't want to let herself believe it, because of course we wouldn't, but I was quietly confident that she would, and she did. And I'm so happy for her and for her achievements and her physique to be recognised in that way. She's absolutely deserving of it. And the thing that I love about Laura and her shape and her physique is that she still oozes so much femininity. Celebrate feminine physiques. Celebrate not overusing performance enhancing drugs. Celebrate achievable physiques that don't put your health at so much risk and give you more longevity in the sport. Laura had the full package yesterday. I'm so proud that I got to do her tan and her makeup for that show. But she had the full look. It was glam. It wasn't overdone to the point where it detracted from her physique. Her hair was straight with a little bit of volume and a little bit of wave in it, nothing too much. Her makeup was dark and vampy, bronzy and vampy to go with her bikini, and she just looked amazing. Her bikini was the same bikini that she wore for her first time as show, which just goes to show you don't need to just wear a bikini once, and how nice for a full circle that she wore her first time as bikini the day she got her pro card. I think that's lovely. She was just absolutely spot on. Kate was a strong contender for that pro card, like big time, and it was very refreshing and very exciting to see like a true battle for first place, because quite often, like, yes, Laura did come out and have the wow factor for me when she displayed herself, but Kate also has that. She's an immaculate athlete and a good friend of mine, and we're excited to, I say we, Laura and I and all our friends, because class of 2022 are just genuinely excited to see how both of their seasons unfold, to be honest. But it was a wicked day. It was long, I'm tired, but it was amazing. My lip stains arrived. I'm sure you can tell. I think this one is a little too brown for just not wearing anything else, personally, on me. This is the shade Mauve, moi as in kiss, vd, mauve as in a mauve. I'm actually sat outside Katrina's because she's going to fuck me up, and I really, really welcome it. I've just had a day where I'm just fucked off. I'm fucked off. I'm revelling in yesterday, and I've come back to work and life and my shit going on with an absolute bang and a clap and a wallop, and I just can't be fucking arsed. I know the NHS do so much good, but they also have treated my dad like at a GP level, have fucked about with my dad recently, have fucked about with me. Last week, I didn't even mention this, Andy has had pain in his foot for about 7 weeks now and hasn't been able to run. So he had an x-ray And my GP got the results back from that, his GP as well, and they basically rang him up to tell him that he had osteoarthritis, and they delivered it in such a way that the woman on the phone went, yeah, it's a bummer, innit? This is a man that thrives on running. You can't just deliver news like that, do you know what I mean? Anyway, I just feel like I'm fighting and fighting and fighting a lot. And it's tiring. But I'm gonna take my angry eyebrows into Katrina's now. I need to get her to do a little bit of work on my back, because now that I'm nearly 34, it turns out that this is the age where I lean over to pick something up off the floor at a weird angle and trap a muscle or a nerve. Which I did yesterday in the hotel room with the girls when I was doing their makeup. I've probably got some tension and stress that's all holed up in there that needs releasing anyway. So a little bit of that, a little bit of legs. I'll see whether she can feel my Baker's cysts still, and whether she could actually pop those if they're still there behind my knees. They're definitely still there. Certainly in my left one anyway. That's where I'm at. I've got a couple of thousand steps to do. Tonight I want to obviously box those off, and I'm gonna wash all my makeup brushes. I might even go and pick some more up from a friend who is selling all of hers from when she used to be a makeup artist. I know we've got our holiday at the end of the month, but I just don't think it's gonna be enough to solve how I feel. Hello, it's Tuesday, it's 8:15. I woke up at 6:30. Now normally I wake up at 5:30. I would be at the gym for 6:30. So I blind panicked, ate 2 Kit Kat chunky peanut butters and a banana, grabbed a pre and got in there, because I didn't have time to make my oats, and I was just thinking, carb me up, get some fats in there. I've just had the fucking best session for ages. Like, my strength is through the roof. I've hit a PB on everything for legs today. The only thing different is my pre and that 7.5 hours sleep I had. I quite clearly needed that sleep, so I'm very happy with that session. All things considered, I've finished my cardio as well for the week, so I'm gonna get home now, start the day. I've done 10 minutes on the treadmill too, just to make a dent in my steps for the day. How bizarre. Why in the actual fuck have I been buying my cashew butter from M&S? I know why. I know it was out of pure convenience and making sure that I had some, and being a lazy bastard and not buying it online. But I think it must have been a bulk payday sale, like bulk powders, because I got a kilo of this shit for like £11, and a little tiny pot was costing me like £3.50 from M&S. She's lazy. One thing that I have changed this week in the pursuit of a happy bowel is I've swapped out my wraps for rice. I don't think it's going to solve all my problems, but I'm willing to try anything at this point. And I've had a delivery from Dolphin this afternoon, so I'm pretty sure that will be my vegan whey, so no dairy, and in doing so, by having that, I will have cut down my dairy intake significantly, if that works for me, if that is something that's aggravating my digestive system. Don't really know why I didn't try and like remove things first, but it just seemed a lot more aggressive than that. Honestly, if I am intolerant to dairy or gluten and that's what fixes my arse, I'll be quite upset, for one, because ice cream, but it is what it is. I'd rather not be in this stop-start process, to be honest. TBH. So I'm gonna whack in this meal in the microwave. I've been for a little walk today at lunchtime, so I'm trying to get outside and just feed myself some good vibes with fresh air. Picked up a Vinted parcel because my bikinis are starting to arrive for holiday. Still got angry eyebrows. This evening, the plan is to finish off my steps, clean my makeup brushes from the weekend. What else do I need to do? Clean my makeup brushes from the weekend. Make sure my trolley and everything is ready. It's only been a while since you've been in my supplement cupboard. Just thought I would talk you through what is in my stack. The ghost. My vegan protein arrived. Can't wait to make up some delectable creamy delights with no dairy. Although there is yogurt in there, but we'll see. It's cutting down the dairy that I'm bothered about. First thing that is in there is magnesium for my recovery. Trained by JP. In short, if you buy these from Dolphin Fitness, you will get a... It's not a very generous discount, but a discount all the same on supplements is welcomed. I think it's between 2 and 5% or something. Get my supplements from Dolphin Fitness. So this is the Trained by JP Insure. It is a glucose disposal agent, and I have this with any rice or oats meal. So the first one of these that I will have like on a training day is with that pre-workout meal. Any meals that I have 125 grams of rice, any meals that I have 50-60 grams of oats in. So that's what they are for. I've also just realised I only have 4 or 5 of these left after doing my Dolphin order for this week. Why don't I check the supplement cupboard before I do it? Now I've got to pay another £3 in postage. I really annoy myself sometimes. This is the thyroid stack. I've talked about this very recently, about putting this in post-show to make sure that my thyroid is kicking back in the way that it should be. This contains L-tyrosine, which boosts your kind of natural thyroid function. And I have 3 of those first thing in the morning. It should be taken around 45 minutes prior to exercise. So when I'm eating that pre-workout meal, I have that along with one of these GDAs. Glucosamine and L-glutamine, I get confused all the time, literally just because they both start with G. We've got some high potency fish oil in there for joint health, for cardiovascular health, for all the things. And that is my supplement stack at the moment. I still am not allowed to put DIM in until I'm on my second period post-show, which is imminent. I'm looking forward to putting that back in and leveling out a bit, honestly, because I have been one sad bitch. That is how simple my supplements are at the moment. Now that I've finished doing my gut map, I can actually add my probiotic back in. So I'm going to do that as well. Good morning, it is Wednesday, and out of pure habit, I have picked up one of these bad boys. It's definitely not the weather for it. Oh dear. It's rest day. I weighed myself this morning and my weight is holding really nicely. I think I was 71.25 or something. So down a kilo on last week's weekly check-in. The Monday midweek check-ins are staying around for the foreseeable. I spoke to Amy about that on Monday and said, like, when do you foresee these stopping? I don't mind, but I know that you've got girls on prep and a busy September. Do you still need this? And she said that she would prefer that I did still check in twice weekly at the moment, just while some of these things are trying to be resolved. So happy to do that, more than happy. Nothing has really changed for me. I've taken out my whey and replaced it with a vegan whey last night. Had it in my oats. The Ghost vegan whey is not really hitting it for me, but I'm willing to try it. I've got it again this morning. I've still swapped out my wrap for rice. Obviously there's still a little bit of dairy in my diet with the yogurt and the creamy, but I have taken the xanthan gum out just to see whether that is aggravating whatever the fuck is going on with me. It's just a getting steps day, even though it looks like shit outside. I'm hoping that it'll be slightly dry for my lunch break, but I am prepared. Everything else other than my digestion seems to be on good form this week. Like, sleep is good. Training was fantastic yesterday, despite getting up late and doing it on a couple of Kit Kat junkies. Crazy. But everything else seems to be okay. But I've got a meeting at 9, so I'm going to haul ass so that I can have my breakfast before that starts. But hoping for an easier day today and starting to feel a little bit better. I know I started the week on a bit of a bum note and a bit teary and feeling very, very fed up and upset with just having to fight so much to get a little bit of attention to this, but feeling a little bit better as the days go on, I guess. I'm doing a fucking foul job of updating my vlog this week. It's just been so hectic the last fortnight at work, and I'm just not keeping on top of this, so I do apologise. It's actually 10 to 7 at night. I'm just having my second bowl of oats of the day. I didn't have much of a lunch break, to be honest. I went and trotted a little bit around the park, but didn't do my full steps, which is why I'm having to do them now, which is annoying, but it's just the way that all my meetings panned out today. I needed to get back in time for one. Picked up a Vinted parcel on my way home, which is another bikini. No, it's not another bikini. It's a jumpsuit that I've picked up for like £1, and I'm so happy with myself when that happens. But I'm eating this, then I'm going out getting the rest of my steps in, picking up another Vinted parcel or two, can't remember. And then I need to cook some mince and I need to do my nails. This ghost way is just not it. But I'm going to keep going and persevering because it's going to take me a while to see if that makes a difference. I've said to Andy I'll finish the whole tub. But it is going to take more than a day to see whether it's going to do anything for me and whether that is one of the, like, irritants to my stomach. But I've got my check-in tomorrow, and because my weight has started to stabilise, I'm not really feeling any kind of way about it. If my aura ring is correct, my temperature should drop tomorrow or the day after, and that's the day I should get my period. So if that's on time, that would be nice. My cycle will still be like 34 days, but whatever, it's still getting much shorter and isn't, 153 or whatever it was. I'm not really feeling any type of way. I feel like this week, post the weekend, has been much better for my digestive issues. I had a really strong session yesterday. There's not a lot to be negative about. And I'm just sitting and waiting around for all my results to come in. I still haven't had my female hormone ones back from the GP yet, and I really thought I'd have them by now. They're processed differently to normal bloods, so I did expect a delay, but just not this long. I might chase them about it. God, they probably think I'm really annoying, but I don't really care. Good morning, it's Thursday. It's check-in day. I've done my check-in this morning and I did it. I sent everything off, got ready for work, got to work in the office. I've got almond milk today, not oat. Still tastes like liquid energy. I am so surprised at how much I like my check-in today. I love it. I love this look. I'm full in the upper. I can see a reduction in the inflammation in my midsection. And I'm trying to, I've tried to look at my Monday check-in. It's not loading for some reason. And this one, just to actually see whether I'm being like silly and whether I'm just trying to almost seeing what I want to see rather than like having the evidence. And I'm going to compare them later, but I do see that looks less inflamed. Well, for one, I'm happy with it, which tells me there's some change. But I've only been cutting down dairy and gluten for 2 days. This is the second full day. It's not even started yet. That's going to be one to watch, I think. I'm actually made up with how I look today. Wow, we've fucking finally got there. I think this is like week 14 post-show. It's been a long time coming. I'm gonna get in and have my horrible fucking vegan whey oats. I'm not a fan of this ghost whey, I'll be honest. Will continue using it because I'm not about waste, but I will opt for maybe trying the Perform vegan whey. Always gets good feedback. The supplement needs one. Whilst I'd like to try it, 40 odd quid for 25 servings is just utter shit. I'd go through that in a fortnight. I'm not doing that. It needs to be cost effective. I'm even willing to try the beef protein over spending 40 odd quid on something that's going to last me 2 weeks. So if this changes how my body reacts, I'll be really impressed. I'm still very much suspicious though, just given how much influence my gut has either way on my hormones and vice versa, that there's more to this than just changing something in my diet. How fucking annoying though if that is the case. Another lunchtime walk spent arguing with my GP. I don't think they have done my female hormone tests, and I've just had another argument about where they are and why they were taken off when the nurse practitioner asked for them. It's like someone is out to fucking get me, and I know that cannot possibly be a thing. It can't, surely not. But I'm getting annoyed, really, really annoyed, and I must admit I've just had a grumpy interaction with the lady on reception and explained how much of a breakthrough last week was, and that now I am back to square one if she doesn't find out what's happened to these, and we'll have to go through it again, which I really don't want to have to do, but we'll have to wait and see. I've still got no feedback on my second yet, although I anticipate it to be good. Something that I am experiencing at the moment is a lot of period pain, which is weird. Despite my temperature not moving, I have got pangs of period pain, which is super positive, and I will take it all fucking day long to know that I'm back in my usual. I found out where my blood tests were. The hospital fucking lost them. So I'm having to get up super early tomorrow to train, to then go and have them done again at 8 a.m. Honestly. Once again, the amount of people that have told me I've got a pen in my hair today, as if it just fucking magically got there on its own. My attitude stinks. I need to go home and do whatever this is. Hello, it's Friday. Look at this spot. Fantastic and right on time for me being a bridesmaid next week. I got up at 5 so that I could get my fucking nasty ass oats down me, pre-workout. Got to the gym for 6, trained some pull hams and glutes, did 15 minutes of cardio, and then got my ass to the GP right on time. So for 8 o'clock, got back, got ready for work. I've been working all morning. I'm just out for a little bit of a wander before my next meeting starts in actually about 15 minutes. Yeah. So I've got to get back ready. I'll turn around soon. But I'm feeling a little bit shit today, I'll be honest. My temperature hasn't dropped, but it didn't rise. It didn't continue rising either. It just was balanced. No eggs, no pause. So I imagine the drop is coming. I've had some very bad period cramps last night, today, and I'm feeling a bit rotten. I'm sure that that'll get better throughout the day. I'm just very tired this week. I did a lot of extra hours last week, haven't taken any back this week, and I'm feeling it. And I'm just a little bit knackered. I've had check-ins coming through all morning. Some of them are super positive. The majority of them are actually, which is great. And I'll get back to them after I've finished work on another walk. But I haven't got anywhere else to be tonight other than doing my check-ins and just getting myself ready for the weekend and getting a head start on getting ready for Aaron's wedding next week as well. So I want to do my check-ins after work, wash my hair after work, and do my toenails. That's literally it. That's what I want to do. All of my makeup is packed, clean. I've got some new bits, which I'm excited and a little bit nervous to use, I'll be honest. They're as close a colour match as I could get to shades that I already use using the foundation colour match online, but I've branched out into MAC for my base to just give it a try and see whether it's going to give me a better outcome. So I've got a few more bits to pack for makeup for the weekend, but everything's pretty much together because it's probably the one thing in my life that I do as soon as I get back from one. You know how you put off washing when you come back from holiday? When I come back from a makeup weekend, I clean my brushes and get everything sorted. I've got 2 clients at PCA Manchester. Again, I think I've said already that I'm not... The way that I'm entering into makeup this year is that I know I'm not going to make a lot of money, and it's not about money, that this year is about getting people in the chair, showing what I can do, learning, improving, putting some girls on stage looking great, and hopefully getting some clientele through word of mouth and things that I can put out on socials. So that is the plan. But yeah, I've only got 2 in from PCA Manchester, but it's one that 2 girls showed interest in and I really like them, so I wanted to do it. I did advertise for more spaces, but I didn't get any interest. But the big one that I have is PCA Naturals, which makes me a little bit nervous because I think I've got 4 one day and 5 another. So it's going to take some planning. However, I think I've got 2 or 3 figure girls, and then the other 2 are bikini, which is later in the day. So I've got a little bit of breathing room in between to kind of sort myself out. When I get home from Manchester on the Sunday, I need to take my bridesmaid dress to my mum's and just get her to have a look over it and make a couple of alterations. I'm really hoping that it still fits. Because I haven't tried it on since I got it a few weeks ago. I'll try it on tonight, just so that I've got time to do some frantic ordering if that's not the case. I'm just doing my check-ins, right? And I've just opened one in particular, and I actually nearly dropped my phone. She looks so good. I wish I looked like this. She's had 2 kids and she looks insane, insane. I love my job. I love this. I love this so much. I wish that I could have enough clients that I could make this a full-time position. God, I do so much. I love helping people. I love helping people and making people feel good, and that's why I love makeup so much as well, because you're just making people feel their best. Both of those things get me going so much. I love it. My thing is that I'm so bad at social media. I don't post my results. I'm so bad at it. But like, I sit there and look at them and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy. And she's built an arse. There's a little shelf coming. Oh God, it's so good. Right, I'm gonna finish my check-ins. I've got one more down, one more to go, and then I'll be done for the night, but they've all fucking smashed it. Like, I sit here absolutely buzzing on a Friday. Ah, oh, absolutely buzzing. Good morning, it's Saturday. I am fucked. I am tired. I'm sore. I'm annoyed. Oh, I up. Andy's just getting back to the car. Yeah. I've just trained though. I actually woke up at about 5 to 5 today, just in period pain cramps, to the point where they actually woke me up. Andy told me that I also had a little cry in my sleep as well about a dream, but then I remembered my dream. I didn't realise I was crying in my sleep, which is that a new one? Have I done that before?
You've always done that.
Oh, wow. Out in me. I've done 15 minutes cardio, but that was hard work. Like, it was just I got in there and did it session and turned up, and that's all right. Every now and then they're going to happen, but expected. I've just got us a couple of Zoomy juices. But my period has started, so it's going to be a rough day. Love that.
Shalom, sports fans. You're going to get demonetised.
Don't know where you got the impression that I make any money.
Because I said shalom.
Stop. Passenger princess me back home. Please. Will she have behaved? I don't know. But I've sat whilst Andy has done that and done my makeup, because I can crack on with my steps later on today when I get to my hotel, prior to PCA Manchester tomorrow. So I'm staying locally. I still need to pack up all my food. All the makeup's done. It's just a case of preparing my food and getting myself sorted, but I'll undoubtedly be bored tonight, so we'll go and get my steps in then. I've got lip stain all over my teeth. These Sachi ones are good, but they are a bit messy on the inside of your lip. But this is the shade Pinked, and I think because I don't have any tan on, it's a bit patchy, but I'm trying to get rid of it before next week when I'm a bridesmaid. The foundation that I've got on doesn't quite match where I'm at. This is a cool tone, and I found out I'm actually a warm tone when I was going through the Il Maquillage process. But anyway, I focused on my makeup rather than going and getting steps, because I can do that later. But today I am trialling the Laura Mercier setting powder, and it's a product that I've always wanted to buy, one that I've never splurged on, but very, very popular in the makeup space, in the stage makeup space. So I figured if I was going to do it, why not have a crack now? So I splurged, and I'm test running it before I've got my girls tomorrow. Straight up first impressions is it's a good setting powder, and I will see how it wears on me. I've got no primer on whatsoever, just the Be Perfect Lumi Matte foundation on. But I'm going to try and get a good match today in the Superstay Lumi Matte whilst I'm in town. How did she get on?
Yeah, not bad. She started playing up towards the end.
Oh, good. I'm on the road. Right. I've just nipped for a fucking Starbucks. Oh, obviously. This lip stain is on its last leg, so please ignore all of this. Although the setting powder, with a little bit of help from maybe a matte primer, could be okay. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Look, I know that my content to the average person not the most exciting thing. And I think if you put buzzwords on things that I say, and we're going to rate my channel on the things that come up the most, like poo, cereal, training, the amount I fart, Vinted, gold Toblerones are probably up there. So, you know, this is a very niche space, and I understand that some people will not find my content interesting. There's two girls that I've just seen in Starbucks that had the most professional setup of like vlogging. They had the lapel mics, the fluffy mics. They had all the gear. Deadest vibes. Like, how I am on here is how I am in person. I'm not, I feel like you've probably got to know me by now that there ain't no fake shit, I'll just be honest. These are the two deadest bitches I've ever seen. And I'm just like, who's watching that? I don't know. But I have no idea what they were talking about. I've no idea what they were filming. But they were just in Starbs with so much expensive kit and no vibes. I'd rather listen to someone talk about cereal with enthusiasm. Do you know what I mean? Right, I'm on my way to Manchester now. The car is fucking packed. I've got the chair today and everything. Whoosh means business. Okay, I've been here a couple of hours. Explained to the guy on the door that I needed, if possible, a ground floor room. God, look at the state of me now. Needed, if possible, a ground floor room because I am a makeup artist, I can say that now. And he was like, I can tell. He was like, you look really nice. Okay, a couple of hours setting things up. It's the first time that I've used my director's chair. That took me longer than I want to admit. But this is really good for actually working at the right height so that I'm not bending down and I'm not fucking my back up. I've got my ring light set up. I'm using the desk for my fridge. My fridge is back. But this way I can see everything that I think I'm gonna need in the morning. Palettes wise, kit wise. Oh, I need to get my disposables out. But yeah, everything is starting to come together. I'm feeling a little bit more calm. Bon appetit. Good morning. It is Sunday and it's PCA Manchester Day. So it's about 20 to 8 now. My first client is in at 8:30. I have been up probably an hour and a half. I've had my breakfast, I've got myself ready. I have taken a load of stuff to the car already that doesn't need to be here so that the room is tidy and just feels less chaotic. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I always get this like little nervous belly and nervous feelings, which is silly because like people have asked me to do this for a reason and I need to fucking remember that. I think if you're not nervous, if you're not a little bit nervous, maybe you don't care enough. I think even the people that are the very best at what they do are probably a little bit nervous. I'm excited. I've got a good setup here. I'm excited to use some new products. I think it's going to be good. Okay. It is 11:56 and I have just checked out of my hotel after my clients this morning. They look absolutely banging. I'm so happy. And one of them, Helen, she is an angel. Not only did she bring me the energy nectar, she has also packed me, I cannot get over this. She's packed me not just those, samples of loads of different dairy-free whey. even to the point where she was like, you're a Banoffee girl, aren't you? Thoughtful people blow my mind, honestly, and I feel very grateful to come across so many of them in this space. She didn't have to do that. And she was like, you've got enough there that you can like have some in oats, have some in a shake, and you can get a real feel for it. These are the kinds of people that you'll come across in the bodybuilding community, and you won't find them everywhere. Like, not every fitness community has got that, but I'm very grateful that I seem to come across these people, and you know, they become friends and stuff. It's not lost on me how fortunate I am. But I'm going to drive home now. I'm not actually at the show today, as much as I would like to be. I just need to keep my costs to a minimum. But you know, this is where the expenses are. That hotel, whilst it was just good enough, cost me £80 for the night, and then to add the late checkout on was another 20 quid. So I think it's come to 109 altogether. And this is where this is going to get expensive. Not only replenishing the kit, but the accommodation costs as well. If you ever think, fucking hell, that's expensive for makeup, there are reasons. I'm going to get home now. I'm having a bad digestion day already, and it's only midday. But I'm going to get home. I've got some food with me, so I might actually eat that before I set off. Then get back to my mans. And have a nice afternoon before I go round to my mum's tonight for a Chinese. So excited.